I'm back. It is AK Educator _curlz here, also known as Nia, and my hair is still straight. Not a trick, y'all. I'm filming this in the same day. But I really wanted to talk a little bit about trimming natural hair and maintaining the ends of your hair. And I really want to talk about that because what I noticed about my hair and being able to maintain and trim my hair curly is very different than when I come to blow out my hair. And so one of the things that I often really notice is I can see my ends so much better when my hair is straight, which is challenging because if you cut your hair straight, it is going to look different lengthwise curly. And that's like something that you really have to work through and know because it is going to change the length of your hair, the volume of your hair, your shape of your hair. And that's something important to know. So I'm going to talk a little bit about kind of my trim process, both in its natural state and in its straight state. And I'll show you a little bit of that on camera today. So I'll talk about the natural state first. The first things first is when I am trimming my hair natural, I typically do it in twists. So typically I will have a 2-strand twist. So I'll just twist a random section so I can show you what this looks like. Okay, so obviously it wouldn't be straight in a 2-strand twist, but I would put my hair in a 2-strand twist like this, and I would dust the ends. So I have hair scissors that I bought from Sally's, and I would literally take it, and you see where the ends start to fray, I would take it and I would snip right there. And that normally gets my single strand knots. Okay, that's normally the way I do it on curly hair just because it does really, really get rid of, and I can see the difference in my ends when I cut in that manner. Okay, so that's typically the way that I trim with my natural hair. Obviously, my hair is curly at the time, not straight, but that is one of the ways that I do it. The other way that I trim my hair when it's curly is just dusting the ends. So I will do a wash and go. I will, let it go, and I will look for curls that look limp, and I will snip the ends. I will snip like the limp parts. And the thing about me with cutting my hair is I do not like chop, but I do trim dead ends because I know what that means for my hair growth, and I know what it means for my retention, right? If I'm retaining dead ends and broken and destroyed hair, like it's not doing me any good, it's dead. And so I'm okay with really trimming that back. But I don't do drastic cuts, just really dusting my ends and trimming it in that capacity. When it comes to my straight hair, I like to do it because I can really see it. So I do a lot of like sectioning my hair individually, lining my hair up like that, and really doing like a dust of the ends trim like that. And I really just kind of go with like what I see. I don't normally cut more than an inch. I just really like to get, the frayed ends where I can really see the fray. I trim. And I do that just as maintenance for my hair for sure. And I section my hair out with like little sections, measure that against my face, take it, trim it. And that is what I do across my hair when it's straight even. I actually did that this morning after blowing it out, just to really make sure that I had, really dusted the ends and trimmed it. And I can always tell the difference in my hair, but also the way my hair feels. It feels different when I've trimmed in a way that I need. So those are the 2 ways that I typically trim. I do the curly trim more about every 4 months. And I do the straight one about every 6 because I only straighten like twice a year. So that's kind of where I live with that, just to make sure that I am, maintaining the healthy parts of my hair, but also getting rid of like I get really bad single strand knots because of the texture of my hair. My hair often knots in itself. And so really dusting the ends and making sure that that's not the case is really important to the health of my hair, to ensure that it's growing healthily and that it stays healthy. And so those are the 2 main ways that I trim. The way I just showed you, so 2-strand twisting and just dusting the ends, and a 2-strand twist I also can do a dry curly cut, and I just, kind of look at the strand, trim, cut as needed. And then the other way is when I'm straightening it, and I literally take it section by section, piece it all the way out, pull my fingers down with the chase method with the comb, trim the ends, go to the next section. And so those are the three main ways that I do that to make sure that the health of my hair is maintained. So I would encourage you to trim your hair. If you are someone who's like, nope, I'm not doing it, there are so many benefits to trimming your hair ongoingly as a natural hair person. I would also really think about like how often you're trimming your hair. I'm not a belief of like time, I'm a belief of need. So like I really live in like, when do you need it? Now I set a time for myself just to give a general gauge, but sometimes I cut it 3 months, sometimes I cut it 7. Like it just depends on like what my hair needs. But typically I pay close attention to like what's actually happening with the ends of my hair, what's needed, and then I do from there. And that's super, super important to me and maintaining the health of my hair. So that's all for you guys today. That is all I had around trimming your natural hair and maintaining your ends. If you want to know more about that, please ask questions in the comments. I will definitely be able to connect with you there. And I hope you are enjoying the rest of your day. If you aren't already enjoying your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.